Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are racing again on ACC and I'm very excited to bring you guys this video. It was really fun to make, and also the race itself was really fun. It was really enjoyable, and if you can't tell by the title, it ended in a good result for once. It took me a while to get there, but I'm happy that I got there. But anyways, we're racing at Brands Hatch again. And yeah, if you like the video and if you enjoy this type of content, then be sure to subscribe, leave a like and a comment down below, and tell me what you guys want to see, and maybe I'll try and incorporate it. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the racetrack. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are around Brands Hatch, and one thing I love about this track is that, just like Silverstone, it's got a name for every single corner and every single straight. So it's a really cool track with a lot of history around it and a lot of legendary names such as Surtees, Graham Hill, and even Sterling Moss, and yeah, a bunch of others. But yeah, it's a very technical track, and right now we're just looking at my practice lap, which was my fastest lap. It was my third lap around this track here. And yeah, I was pretty dialed in for this race. As you can see on this lap, on this practice lap, I was pushing a little bit, still trying to learn as much as I can, and yeah, just seeing where the limit is of the car and the track, and just trying to build up some speed and momentum, trying to get into the groove of things. But overall, it was a pretty solid lap as we come into one of my favorite corners, the Sheen curve, which is right here, and then we drop down into Sterling's. So yeah, as I said, lots of historic names and legendary names that some people might be familiar with. Even coming around this last bend here, the straight is called Brabham Straight. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, this lap was a 126.4. So yeah, pretty much a whole second gained from the previous lap. But anyways, we line up P8 right at the back. Not a very big grid, to be honest. And admittedly, this was a race late at night, so it makes sense why there was only 8 drivers. It was about midnight midnight or something. And I wanted to do one more race before I hopped off, because on ACC, I've just been having a horrid time trying to get into the groove of things and getting better and having a good result. Sometimes I just get ruined by other people. But anyways, we are lined up in P8 as everyone jostles into position, getting ready for the standard traditional rolling start to start the sprint race around Brands Hatch. And we are moments away from the green lights going out. And let's just wait a moment for those lights to come out. And it's green lights, go, 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 and everyone gets a fairly good start. It's pretty even across the whole field, but I brake a lot later than some of the other drivers, maybe a little bit too late, as one of the Ferrari drivers there bounces off the McLaren just in front of us and goes off track, which is quite unfortunate for him, but it seems like everyone else has come out unscathed. It's a pretty clean start for everyone as we gain another position, so we gain 2 positions from that start, overtaking the McLaren on the inside of the hairpin turn there as we come round to I believe it's called Surtees corner. Yes, it is, and it seems like a fairly good start for everyone. So can we now close the gap to the car ahead in front of us? There's quite a lot of McLaren drivers in this particular race, and we brake as late as possible going into this curve here, but we can't do too much. It's a very narrow track, very difficult to overtake on. So let's have a replay. Let's have a look at the replay of the race start. Got my words jumbled up there for a sec. So yeah, as I said before, it's a fairly even start, and we can just take a closer look at the contact there. Seems like the Ferrari driver was definitely at fault, so just swerving into the left-hand side of that McLaren driver. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but yeah, he's not too far off in the back, which is good for him, I guess. But anyways, we come out of that third turn and we go on the grass a little bit there, but it didn't affect us too much as we get a nice helicopter view of the race start again. So fairly even start. We'll get a better look at everything. Tried to dive it down the inside. We got side by side, close enough with the green McLaren. Ferrari driver goes off, and then by this point we're far enough ahead into the hairpin to basically gain the position. And we open the steering wheel just to secure that spot, try and make sure that they don't try anything cheeky around the outside. But yeah, this is where I think I was looking in my rear view mirror and I just wasn't really paying attention, got on the grass a little bit, but luckily it didn't cost me too much time. But yeah, overall a very good race start for everyone. And now we skip forward back into the race as we're about to complete the second lap, and we're still in P5 trying to chase the guy ahead of us. Seems like this lobby has got a fairly evenly matched set of drivers, and now we're skipping towards the end of the second lap, and let's see what happens here. Coming around to Sheen curve and lots of dust being kicked up from the dirt, and I wonder why. And there's an incident. One of the drivers, I think that was a Ferrari driver, has spun out and caused a collision with two other cars, and we have inherited those 3 positions and got ourselves into second position, which is absolutely amazing stuff for us. And it's so early into the race, it's just incredible. But yeah, oh wow. So the Ferrari driver seems like he just got a little bit too greedy on the curb of the apex, and we're on board with him now. Yeah, we can confirm he got quite greedy on the apex there, riding over the curb and then bottoming out the car and going onto the grass. And now by that point he's lost grip entirely, and car number 2 in the orange Mercedes couldn't really react much, could he? I mean, where was he supposed to go? He was so close to the car in front. I guess he couldn't really do anything. So yeah, on board my own car, going through the Sheen curve and down into Sterling. We just zoomed past everyone. We were quite lucky to not make any contact, unlike the other McLaren driver that we were chasing. But you know, that was good for us. But anyways, we skip forward to lap 4. By this point I'm just cruising, just doing my own race, and at this point I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm in P2 and there's still so much of the race left. So I wasn't pushing too hard, I didn't want to risk it. And as you can see on the mini-map, there is a car right behind us. They've managed to close the gap really quickly in just a matter of a few laps. Clearly this driver who's behind us is pretty fast, and it's actually the Ferrari driver from earlier that we saw at the race start. We make a mistake going into Sterling, and now we're going side by side going into the final corner, and we're going side by side. We're very close. Do we make any contact? It doesn't seem like we do, and we're still side by side, but then the Ferrari driver just disappears, and at this point I'm just confused. Like, where has he gone? And you know, I'm not going to complain because that means I'm going to keep P2, and I don't want to settle for P3, so I was fighting quite hard for it. We're on board now, looking at a replay. We take too much curb, and we lose a little bit of control, we lose momentum, and then this guy in the Ferrari gets side by side from that mistake, and oh, it's very, very close going side by side into that last corner, into Clark curve. And yeah, he just, I think, he just understeers onto the grass. He could have saved it, looked like. He could have kept it on the track, but I think he just tried to stay with us there. Wanted to, you know, try and stay as close as possible. And there was actually a slight bit of contact. But yeah, there you go, slightly on the grass. And I think he just tried to accelerate on the grass, and he just started losing a bit of grip there, which is a bit of a shame for him. But I was very, very glad at that point because it got really, really close. I was wondering, oh my god, I'm probably going to lose P2 at this point. But here we go, we're at the penultimate lap now, coming round to the end, coming round the last few corners, and we are just moments away from securing that P2 result. We've done everything that we needed to get this result. We've kept it clean, we've kept it on track, and we are across the finish line, and the checkered flag is waved. And we have secured P2 as we go into the gravel out of excitement. We're just throwing our hands in the air at this point. So let's have a listen to the onboard radio.
Excellent job, mate. P2. Bring it back.
Let's go! Let's go! Yes!
my god! Let's go! Finally! P2! Oh, what a race! Oh my god! That was a good one. That was a good one. Wow. Got quite close with the guy in P3 and then he made a mistake. Don't know what happened, but I'll take it. Let's go! Finally a podium on ACC. Finally. Just pure elation as I sat there behind my wheel, crossing the finish line in P2. I was very, very happy with this result. It's taken me a very, very long time to get a podium position on ACC on an online race. I'm not a very experienced ACC player, so this was really good because a lot of the past races that I've been streaming, I've either made the mistake where I've just got a bit too greedy myself, went on the grass like a few of the drivers in this race, and then as a result spun out of the car, and then I just had a horrible time trying to claw back in the race. So yeah, and other times it was another driver just shunting me off the track. So yeah, this was a really good race. I really enjoyed that. But if you enjoyed this video and this commentary and this race, then I suggest you leave a like, leave a comment as well, tell me what you thought of this race, and I think you should also subscribe because I will be putting out more ACC content, trying to get my driver rating up, and I guess I'll be doing episodes of the SimGrid quick races and my experience of it. So yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much and goodbye.